Hello everyone, how are you guys today? Today I wanted to do another video because I was going through my older videos from before, and I realized, I really hadn't finished something that I had started. Now part of that is doing like the video logs, that kind of thing, but it was actually a little bit of a series in terms of the Wild Unknown Tarot, because it's like one of my absolute favorite decks. I use it so much, and the cards, in terms of like if you were to compare them to the Rider-Waite, they definitely have their own little twist to them. So I thought it would be a lot of fun to do some of these videos, kind of talking about each of the cards. So I have more time now to be able to do videos, so I thought, why not pick up this series again and keep on going. Sorry it was such a wait, obviously it's been quite a few months since the last video I did. The last one, I think it was the Sun that we did. So today is the Moon card with the Wild Unknown Tarot. I'll just show you the box just in case you're not familiar with it. That's it there, the Wild Unknown. This is the second edition one. I have the first edition as well, but we'll be using the second edition today. So here is the Moon. A wonderful card. It's full of mystery and disguise. I just kind of popped into my head raccoon energy, the masking as well, like a masking kind of, and raccoons are such night animals as well, so that's interesting actually, the interplay between a raccoon and the moon. That's very interesting. But when this card comes up for me, usually it's a time for the seeker, the querent, where they're basically a little bit confused, unsure about the future, about what's to come. They're very up and down emotion wise. Now in the Rider-Waite deck, there's usually a river. Now, and then the Thoth deck, that's just the big one for me, is there's usually, I think it's a little bit of red, like a red river almost going through the middle. And for me, that just screams hormonal, menstruation, the time of, period. And with that comes those huge swings, right? And a lot of people actually have cycles that are based along with the moon cycle, so that's kind of interesting as well, another little tidbit there. But with this one in particular, when I look at this card, it still comes up with those meanings for me, where if the person is very confused, they're not really sure about going forward, or what's to come, yeah, or the ups and downs, moon swings. That's always a given with this card. But when I really started looking at this particular image, and I started doing it in my little, I've got a homemade tarot journal, tea stained and everything, and I've been writing in it for the Wild Unknown specifically, actually. And so when I started looking at this image a little bit closer, as to what's all happening with it, I had some other thoughts that kind of came up as well. Now, in the High Priestess card, you, not in the Wild Unknown, but in the Rider-Waite, you have the pillars. Now, I feel like that is the case here as well, but with these two trees, that there's this opening, like a portal, a stepping into the unknown. Everything is illuminated here in this white, but going further, going into the future, it's dark. You don't know what's in there. You can see this moon, so there's that possibility of hope and intrigue. It's a vibrant yellowy orange. It almost seems like an eye, so there might be a snippet of what you might be able to see, but not the whole unfolding of the picture. So it's definitely, going to bring up different emotions, like fear of that unknown. A lot of times when we don't know what's about to happen, we get anxiety and fear that comes up. yeah, it's a very like unsettling kind of feel. This image in particular feels very quiet, and these little drops here as well, like these little tiny little bits, felt like rain to me, like this light misty kind of rain. Like there's no wind, it's very calm and quiet, and you know how you just have those raindrops kind of falling down. So that's kind of a different take with this, like maybe not showing exactly like huge up and down mood swings. It's a little bit more calming, but still there's that unsettling, and you have to do the processing to being able to make those steps forward. Now when we look in the Roman numeral numbers up here, we have the number 18. So with this system you would take the 1 plus the 8, and that equals 9. So I looked that up in the amazing Holistic Tarot. Oh my god, what a monster. And one of the biggest meanings, the main one that she kind of stressed upon for the 9 is change is coming for the better. So that's really interesting, because that's something like of a piece in a sense of hope. It's kind of like a wrapping up of a cycle and a beginning of a new. And that's why it might feel a little bit scary sometimes for people going forward. You know, that anxiety comes up, that anticipation of what's about to come, but you don't know what it is. So then it stirs up all those emotions. But this is saying that, you know, even though you don't know what it is, it's going to be for the better. So and there's going to be, you know, really good lessons to be learned in this as well, and a whole new adventure, and different ways of exploration to see, you know, like things that you haven't seen previous. So it's always good to step into that unknown, because it's amazing how much learning you'll do. Now if you think like the moon, like lunar, so then loon, like you could think lunacy. There's also that aspect as well, like being like just totally crazy, and that's kind of going off the deep end in terms of the moon. That's like more of a stronger moon card. You know, it would have to be paired with probably some other cards, or maybe even in reverse, where you're really getting more of that stronger aspect, that darker side of the moon, rather than just like embarking this new journey, like almost like that fool's journey. There's still that fear, and so this card, the lesson would be you know, being able to work past and through those fears, and not letting yourself go crazy in amongst all of your emotional ups and downs at the same time. So it's a beautiful card, just like, you know, obviously all the cards in the Law of the Unknown. I don't think there's a single card I don't like, so that's good. But this is the moon. There's so much that we can learn through all these cards. These are just some of the things that I picked up at the moment, you know, and what I've picked up along the way, and doing readings, and what I see during with this card at this time. So you know, if you have any other things you want to add, please put in some comments at the bottom, in the comment section. I love hearing other people's interpretations as well. I really want this channel to be where like a back and forth kind of talk with everybody. So, you know, yeah, feel free to comment. I'd love to hear what you think. So if you like this video, please like it, share it, and if this is the first time to this channel, please subscribe, and you guys all take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.